What is the chain of command in the military? That will be explained in this video. You know, a military officer starts his life as an officer cadet in the military academy, and that will be explained from zero. When he is a officer cadet, he has to obey the orders of his seniors. This is called chain of command, the beginning. And when he becomes a second lieutenant after the commissioning parade, he has to follow the command of lieutenant. Lieutenant is the immediate senior of second lieutenant. A second lieutenant must obey the order what a lieutenant orders to him. After the lieutenant, the senior officer is a captain. A captain orders to the lieutenant, and a lieutenant must obey the order that are coming from a captain. In the same scenario, a captain must obey the order of a major. Major is the immediate senior of captain, and major orders anything to a captain must obey the order, and he will send the order to his immediate junior lieutenant. But major is not the immediate senior of lieutenant. A captain obeys the order of major, and a lieutenant obeys the order of captain. This is the chain of command. When a major obeys the order of a lieutenant colonel, whatever an order is ordered by a lieutenant colonel, a major must obey the order, and after that a lieutenant colonel must obey the order of a colonel. Whatever a colonel orders anything to the lieutenant colonel, he cannot ignore, he must obey. And after that, the Brigadier General comes, who is the immediate senior of a colonel. Whatever the Brigadier General orders to a colonel must obey the orders of a Brigadier General. And this is called chain of command in the military, in the army. And this is the short explanation that if you are unaware about the military chain of command. And what about Major General? He is the immediate senior of Brigadier General. Whatever the Major General orders, a Brigadier General must obey the order. He cannot deny. He must obey the order. He is the operational chief. The Brigadier General is the operational chief. He must obey the order of the Major General. And in the same scenario, a Major General must obey the order of Lieutenant General. And in the same scenario, a Lieutenant General must obey the order that are coming from a general. And this is called the chain of command of army. And the US Marines. What about the Air Force? In the same scenario, an Air Force officer starts his career as a pilot officer in Britain or United Kingdom or England, and as a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force. So if I assume the British pattern, then that look like a pilot officer must obey the order of a flying officer. A flying officer must obey the order of a flight lieutenant. A flight lieutenant must obey the order of a squadron leader. A squadron leader must obey the order of a wing commander. A wing commander must obey the order. Group captain. A group captain must obey the order of an air commodore. An air commodore must obey the order of an air vice marshal. An air vice marshal must obey the order of air marshal, and the air marshal must obey the order of air chief marshal. Same in the navy. An acting sub-lieutenant must obey the order of a sub-lieutenant, when a sub-lieutenant must obey the order of a lieutenant. The lieutenant must obey the order of a lieutenant commander, and the lieutenant commander must obey the order of the commander, and the commander must obey the order of a captain, who is the leader of an entire ship, and the captain must obey the order of commodore. A commodore must obey the order of rear admiral. A rear admiral must obey the order from a vice admiral. Vice doesn't mean that this is only rank. A vice admiral is the almost supreme commander of the navy. Okay, what's next? A vice admiral must obey the order of an admiral, and this is called the chain of command of a navy, any navy around the world. Do you have any question? So you are all clear about the chain of command in the military, in all the forces of army, air force and navy. What is the chain of command in military? You are all clear now. I hope that. But you must have some questions like what the general obeys the order from, and where the admiral obeys the order from. Same for the air chief marshal. Okay, when an army of any country has a field marshal, then the general must obey the order of a field marshal. In the same way, an admiral must obey the order of the admiral of the fleet. And in the same way, in the air force, an air chief marshal must obey the order of the marshal of the air force. This is the basic chain of command of them. This is the basic chain of command of the military. Do you have any question? How was the video?